Hi, I'm Jackie Bellamy-Zions, Equine Canada Level 2 coach, our judge, horse owner, and Equine Guelph communications specialist. I'll be your guide for this upcoming video on the cost of ownership. I consider myself a very lucky individual as I get to earn a living at my passion, which is horses. As a riding instructor, I get to witness the special bond that forms between horse and rider, and I also witness the skills they develop, such as leadership skills, confidence, and respect. It's hard to put a price tag on owning a partner that can create such life skills. It goes far beyond the obvious benefits of horseback riding, like athleticism and coordination. But let's be realistic. Horses, although they create a lot more responsibility than a dog or a cat, they are far more expensive than your average household pet, and the bills are only beginning with the purchase. If you do not have at least $10,000 a year to spare, horse ownership should not be an option.
It costs me $340 a month to board my horse, and I'm lucky she lives outside. It can cost a lot more. At this farm, it costs $540 to board inside. My horse is barefoot, so I'm very lucky there. My farrier only costs $40 every 5 weeks.
My truck and trailer, luckily I was able to stay with a half-ton truck for the weight class that my trailer is in, so that helped me stay down in the cost a little bit. My truck cost about $17,000 and my trailer cost about $28,000. Hi. So they're probably by far the biggest expenses so far of the barn.
I always advise my students to look at the costs as well as their long-term goals before deciding if buying a horse is a right fit for them. If they're new to horses, on a tight budget, or university-bound in a few years, boarding, part boarding, or leasing can often be good options for them.
There's a lot of costs associated with showing that don't necessarily change even if it's lower level. So you've got coaching, which could be anywhere from $40 on up to, could even be $100 depending on your coach. You have trailering, which depends how far away it is. If you're lucky, it's close by and it might be 30 or 40 bucks if your coach has a trailer. If you're not so lucky, you may end up paying 150 bucks or more for trailering. Class entry fees are one of the things that you'll get cheaper at a schooling show. Is probably somewhere around 20 bucks a class, and then there's 4 classes in your division, so there's 80 altogether. Then often there'll be a few other show fees, such as a medic fee, a number fee, which is usually refundable. And then outside of that, you have all of your equipment, because even for a schooling show, you do need to be nicely turned out, depending on the show. So overall, if you're lucky, it'll be around $200, but it could easily be a lot more.
Owning a horse is a sizable investment, and the purchase should never come before the planning. Horses can range in price from free to tens of thousands of dollars. It depends on their age, level of training, and breeding. A horse is rarely free without good reason, but it's not necessary to spend upwards of $20,000 either. I always advise my students to bring an industry professional with them if they're looking at a horse to buy, and to make sure they get a good fit for the tasks they have in mind, and to make sure they're not just falling in love with the first horse they see. The professional will give them a good opinion of the horse in general. Once you think you've found the one, it's very worthwhile to have a veterinarian come do a pre-purchase on the horse. In fact, it's a good idea to develop a good relationship with your veterinarian and your farrier in general.
My most expensive vet bill has been around $2,000, just over that, for this horse here. This is Tilly. She had to go to the OVC in Guelph to have some work done, I guess. She had a bad colic. We had to go in and take a few ultrasounds and get a few shots and stuff done to save her life, so we didn't have to go in and do surgery. So that cost me about $2,000.
I hope you've enjoyed this video outlining some of the costs and benefits of horse ownership. One thing I've learned in my 30 years of working with horses is once you let them into your life, the learning never stops. Please visit equineguelph.ca to download your own free cost of horse ownership spreadsheet.